This is Pigeon Pose. So you'll notice I have some yoga blocks over here. You definitely don't need yoga blocks to do this stretch. You could use pillows, but I would gather something, pillows, yoga blocks, something like that, just for some extra support, and I'll show you how to use those so that if you need them, they're there for you so that this stretch can be comfortable for you. Okay, so we're gonna start by getting on hands and knees, and let's start by stretching out the right hip, and specifically we're gonna be stretching out the back of the right hip. So you're on hands and knees, and we're gonna bring our right knee up towards our right arm, and the right lower leg, you want that angled outward. Now, it doesn't need to be at this significant, 90-degree angle. It can be angled downward. It's basically whatever is comfortable for your body. Now, once we're in this position, you are going to allow your body, allow your torso to start to lower down towards the ground. And you may be here thinking, I am already feeling a really good stretch on the back of my right hip. You should feel it in the glute muscles, in the buttock. And if that's the case, that's totally fine. But instead of remaining propped up like so, we can find a more comfortable position. And maybe that's by taking a couple pillows or a couple yoga blocks, and maybe you come down like so onto your forearms. And this is where you relax for 30 seconds, 60 seconds if it's feeling good. If you start to feel any numbness or tingling happening into your right leg, we're putting a little bit too much pressure on the sciatic nerve, and so I would just encourage you to ease up off of the stretch a little bit. So maybe coming up a little more. Maybe you return to something like this, because we don't want numbness and tingling in our leg, right? All right, so this is one way that you can use the blocks. You can also take one and put it underneath your right hip. And maybe we're just using one of these blocks like so. If you have the soft tissue flexibility and joint mobility, you can certainly come all the way down onto the ground and relax. And you could even put a block under your forehead if you're all the way down there, whatever you need to do so that you have a nice experience while you're doing this stretch. It is a more intense stretch for the muscles on the back of the hip. So just make sure that you're comfortable while you're doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna do this on the left side just to show you block placement if you do want to use a yoga block or a pillow for extra support, since you couldn't really see it on the right side. So I'm back on hands and knees, and now I'm gonna bring my left knee up towards my left arm. My left lower leg is going to be angled out some, just so it's comfortable for me. And then I'm going to lower my body down. Let's see how this side is. All right, that's not too bad. That's a little intense for me, so I think I'm going to come up onto some blocks. And I'm going to use one here, and I'm going to use another one underneath that hip. Just like so. So a pillow, a block is great there for extra support. And then here we are, resting, stretching, doing good things for our body. Okay, so that is your pigeon pose. Remember, we don't want numbness or tingling into either leg when we're doing it. If you do feel that, just ease up on the stretch some, and that should help alleviate the numbness and tingling. All right, give it a try.